Hi there, my name is Cecilia Shamim Saidi and I'm a psychotherapist. And I should say that I'm ending my day on a very positive note because I'm coming out of a third session of therapy this evening. And it's really encouraging to see an individual move from a place where they thought they had no power, they had no control, or anything of that sort, whatever, to get themselves out of the situation they were in to a better place. So it has been you, it has been me, or somebody that we know that we've seen being in an undesirable situation, whether it's a toxic relationship or depression or any kind of undesirable situation that we've experienced as self or you have witnessed in another person. And the question is, you keep on wondering, why am I not moving out of this situation? Why is this individual not realizing and getting out of this situation to a better place? So I want to describe something that you should understand would help you understand how our minds are wired and how we react to events. So if you look at this, you'd see that everything starts with a thought. So the way we think does influence the way we feel, and consequently, it does influence the way we act. So if I'm thinking that I'm hungry, what I'm going to feel is hunger, and then I'm going to take an action in acting, thereby I'm going to look for food to eat because now I want to satisfy the hunger. So it can start with a thought of a certain food that I like, that's going to trigger hunger and then make me act toward ending the hunger. So we should understand that for people that are in undesirable situations, bad places, what happens is if you are exposed to the same stimuli over and over and over again repeatedly, the mind is going to form a circuit that's going to adapt to what you're exposed to. So if I am in an abusive relationship, I'm bitten, I'm emotionally abused, or what kind of whatever bad things that happen in that relationship, my mind is going to form a circuit that's going to be responding to those stimuli coming to me because of the same actions that are directed toward me. And my mind is going to be firing the same circuit in the same way, responding to the same stimuli that I'm exposed to a point where you're going to form an associative memory between the things that are happening, the way we think, and the things that are happening toward you, and how you feel. So there's an associative memory between the way I respond to the stimuli that's coming or that's directed to me. So if I'm beaten today, and this is the first time I feel this is undesirable, my mind is going to fire a circuit in responding to that. And if I later on process and I feel, yeah, it's not desirable, but my husband loves me and he's been there for me, or later on he gets me a present to say sorry, then I would form a circuit in my mind where I have now associated being beaten to accepting a reward or feeling sorry for my husband or my partner in the relationship if I think about reporting him or anything that's going to be known to people. So the same stimuli, which is the beating, if he beats me the second time, my mind is going to throw or to fire the same circuit in the same way. And thereby, I'll form an associative memory between being beaten and the way I react, to the point that this is going to form a condition. And that condition that's going to be formed by this associative memory between the trigger or the stimuli and how I respond is going to be an environment that I'm going to feel comfortable settling in. That is why you see people that are in abusive relationships, or somebody that's in depression, or somebody that's addicted to sex or gambling or any other kind of addiction that a person is facing, feeling comfortable being in that situation. So they don't see, they stop feeling the discomfort. because now their mind has formed an associative behavior between the stimuli and how they respond. So the way we think about something that happens to us makes us feel a certain way, and then we act accordingly. So if you think about this equation, or you think about this pattern in this way, you kind of start think about, oh, so this is automatic. I think about something, I feel that emotion, and then I act. But I want you to see this next slide, which is interesting. And if this is visible in this video, you'd see that I've put think and feel in a square, because these two things that are related here form an associative memory. So if I think and I feel that way because of what I've thought routinely or repetitively, I'm going to form an associative behavior or an associative memory. But the thing that's not automatic is how I act. So I can think food and I feel hungry, but if I don't eat, this won't be a continuous process. So my point is, from today onwards, whether you're dealing with any undesirable situation in your life, you're experiencing it or you're witnessing in somebody that's close to you, or you try to battle negative thoughts, or just thinking about empty thoughts that are not helpful or productive, or you're trying to fight depression, anything that you are in, you should start to realize that it all starts with a thought, but the way you think and feel may be associated and may form an associative memory based on the trigger or the stimuli that comes to you. But where you can intercept is where you act, because this is where now you take action in what you want to do. So the moment you realize that this is a point where you intervene, I may have thought this, I didn't catch the thought, it's still in my head, and then that thought made me feel something. But now here is where I tell myself I have to act in this way. So that's the positive way that you want to handle the situation. So I thought I should share this with you because this is very powerful. Don't look at the process as this, as automatic. I think, I feel, then I act. But know that thinking and feeling may form an associative memory based on you being exposed to repetitively the same stimuli and making your brain fire the same circuit in the same way. But you have the power to act in a way which feels right to you and beneficial to the situation that you are in. So this is very helpful and powerful. Therapy does help us to process our thoughts and gain more clear understanding in the situations that we're facing. Just take control of your life today. Be in control of your thoughts, because that's the point, the starting point where it all starts from.